Hello, I'm Lindsay Music again with JL Ranch Training. This is Cash again. He's an 8 to 10-year-old appendix quarter horse, and he is here for a restart. He had a problem with kicking when being saddled, as well as kicking out when the farrier came or whenever he felt he didn't want to do something. So I'm going to show you the process that I've used. You can go back and follow the other videos to see what we worked on before this, but this is the first time for a rider in the saddle. He has put the saddle on and off several times before this to prohibit the kicking and to work on that attitude adjustment when he's doing it. So we've accomplished those steps. This is his first time with a back cinch here at my place, and we're going to continue on with how to carry a rider, as well as getting him used to movement around the saddle. So here I am, I'm going to be putting on the saddle and getting him ready, tacked up. He's already got a bridle on from when we were moving around bareback for the second time today. When I drop the cinch, I do it slowly and easily. I do not yank it into position or yank it to the tightest that it'll go at first. I cinch it on slowly and snug enough to keep it from falling off, and not tight enough to cut him in half. I do the same with the back cinch, make sure that it's not hanging loose in case he should start bucking, and prepare that properly as well. I'm going to go ahead and take off the bridle so I can send him out and see how he reacts with movement to the back cinch, as well with the saddle on. It's a little sticky getting out there. That's okay. I swing my rope and I keep him. I do keep him on the lead line for this, especially since he has been saddled before. I want to be able to control his movements should he get into a bucking fit, keep him off the rail from getting himself hurt.
Can you bring him over here to watch?
After a couple of laps, I'm going to bring him in after I'm fairly certain that he won't do anything crazy. Adjust the cinch a little bit, snug it up a little, and then start flapping the stirrups. This is a form of desensitizing, and I do it on both sides. Seeing the stirrup come up and then slap it down is good for sound as well as for movement. During our bareback session, he was a little bit annoyed with the legs on the side of him when I bumped him to go, so I'd be sure to bump him with the stirrup a little extra. He is a little bit iffy with the bridle. He does not like to put his head down, so patiently go through that.
Bring him over here.
Now I'm ready to climb in the saddle. Again, I have prepared him for this by getting him ready bareback. and allowing him to feel my weight on him and all over him rubbing. I get on and praise him and rub him a lot. Make this a comfortable and comforting experience. It's important that when you get on your horse for the first time or any time, don't immediately just walk off. The horse can get in the habit of walking out while you're trying to get on. This is a bad habit that has been created by riders. Make it normal to just stand there, rub on them, wait, flex, whatever you feel you need to do to prohibit that habit from being created. Here I'm asking him to flex slightly. Just getting him used to the feel of me up there and just holding the rein. I don't prefer to pull their head around, as I do not feel that's proper flexion, that's pulling. I want to lift the rein and ask for him to come a little bit more into it every time, and more quickly every time.
Riley, come here.
With colts that have never been started before or ever ridden in their life, I would make flexion the only thing that we do on the first ride with the saddle. However, seeing as he has been ridden before and has had a good history of riding, I go ahead and move his feet out a little bit and ask him to respond to leg pressures while using the reins a little bit. I don't want to overwhelm him during his first ride here, but I also want to push a little bit to see where we can go with him. Again, if this was a first time riding horse, I would have stopped at just the flexing and give to the bit. While working at the trot for the first time here, I don't ask for a lot. I simply ask that he tolerate me as a rider while I'm on him at the trot. He's doing very well, and I'm happy with his progress so far. I use very clear cues during these first few rides. I want him to understand what I'm asking and not get confused or frustrated over what's being asked. Lack of understanding is one of the biggest problems between horse and riders.
What are you doing here over here, Riley?
After we've had a few minutes of good forward movement, I close the session. I try to end on a good note every single time. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed.